All right, so a little quickie right here. Bed edging. I got my way of doing it. I'm sure other people's got their way of doing it. I'm gonna talk you through how I do it. And if you wanna do it that way, fantastic. If you don't, fantastic. So, to start, you need to create an edge. And you can do that several different ways. You can do that with my picture looks fuzzy. Maybe it's just because it's getting dark. You can do it with like a rock border, the stone paver border, a natural border. You can just kind of let your stuff grow over and stop wherever it stops. I like a clean, defined, crisp, tidy edge. I mean, look at that edge. Do you see how crisp and how 90-degree angle it is? I mean, it's like, well, I can't make a 90 with my finger, but you know what I'm saying? You cut the grass and then you got the straight down clean edge. I mean, look at that. It's like that around my entire property. So what I do when I start is I paint out my edges where the actual groove is going to be. And if you can see, this is a groove that goes straight down on this side and then angles back a little bit on that side, so that if you put your mulch in, your mulch will kind of fall down in that groove. Or if you put your pine needles, and I prefer a tucked edge with a straight edge tool where you tamp them, and that gives you a good clean line to follow. Look how straight that is. Straight as an arrow. The reason it is that is because I pulled a chalk line from here to down there, measured my point off this cryptum area, measured my point off that cryptum area, got it symmetrical, painted the line straight, followed it with a bed edger. Same thing around my building. I pull a tape line off the building so that it's the exact same width on this side as it is on that side, exact same front, back, and then paint that out. Did that across the entire yard. Was lay my paint, just a regular old marking paint you get from Lowe's with a little gun thing that it goes onto, and I just kind of walk down through here and paint it. Step 2 is rent a bed edger. I don't own a bed edger, so I rent it. And let's see if I can find some light right here and give you a good idea. Now this is just halfway down, and it's about that deep. So I'd say maybe 2 inches deep. It will go 4 inches. I don't want it 4 inches. It's just more mess to clean up. So I do it at 2 inches, and it's easier to pull when you do it that way, and it's quicker. Yada yada yada. So you can see I come out to where I catch good grass, okay? I seeded over a little bit further than I normally would, knowing in advance, intuitive, that I was going to make my beds a pinch bigger. You can see the pine needle line right here. Well, that's exactly 2 foot, 24 inches down the whole strip right here. Did that because my maple trees are starting to creep out a little bit. I did it back here in the back. And I did it up there in the main yard. You can see over here, I brought this bed out quite a bit. I pretty much doubled the width of this bed just because I wanted to. And back there, I made that bed about, I think it's about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot out. Simply to get my irrigation heads over in the pine needles so they're not in the grass. So once I get it painted, I rent the bed edger. Now pull that thing around the yard, and it cuts this nice little pretty groove everywhere, all the way around. Went all the way around the house, got it all done. A gentleman commented and said, why not walk forward? Because he saw me pulling it. Well, the machine is not designed to push. Matter of fact, you are probably not physically strong enough to push it, to be honest with you. It is designed to pull, and that's the way the machine works, and that's the way you are to use it if you want it to work correctly. You physically cannot push it. Trust me. I don't care if you're The Rock. You will not push it. You just can't. So get all my beds done, get them all edged out, and then it's pretty simple. Is I come back with my string trimmer, and this is a different type of edging. This edging you see right here with the groove cut, I do it once a year, right before I do pine needles. And then after that, I don't mess with it the rest of the year. And then my maintenance edging is when I take my string trimmer, I do this every other week, is I will edge out my beds with my string trimmer and cut that nice, clean, tight, whoo, boy line. Look at that. Good gracious alive. Now you can see I've already done that. The reason I do it right after I bed edge is I'm getting ready to come spray Roundup and smoke off everything inside the beds. Okay, and I don't want that fuzzy little grass sticking out just a little bit, because when I'm spraying this very, very carefully, I don't want to take a chance on getting any Roundup whatsoever on this grass, because all it takes is a little bit on the grass blade, and then you're gonna have a dead spot right there, and that's just gonna piss me off. Just to be completely honest with you, I will be pissed at myself. So that's why I take my string trimmer and cut all those little fuzzies back and get those nice and tidy. That way I can hold my spray wand down real close and just barely pull the trigger and just put a little light dusting on that right there. And when I get over here, I can spray normal. Now, that spraying the Roundup is the last step in this process, okay? Right after I edge out my beds with the bed edger, I will, like I said, take the string trimmer, weed eater, whatever you want to call it, clean up my edge, get a sharp line, and then I will take my blower and blow out the edge. Okay, you'll find that if you use a bed edger, it'll kind of clump up a little bit here and there and leave little clods down in the edge, things like that. And then also, it throws the dirt right here. Okay, it doesn't throw it way over there, it throws it right here beside the edge. And if I've got dirt on this edge right here, my Roundup can't. Now I haven't sprayed this, that's why I'm touching it. I'll spray it tomorrow. But that's why I blow all that dirt out of the edge. Any excess left over, I blow it out. And I blow it off this little bit of grass right here. And of course, this ain't normal. I just did a renovation last year. You probably don't have this grass on your edge, but I do. So I had to blow the dirt, kind of scattered it in the beds. Because you can't spray over top of dirt and expect the herbicide to come in contact with the foliage. You have to clean that off and then spray it. So once I get it blowed off, then I come back and spray the Roundup. Too late tonight, supper's on the table, and it's just too late. I don't want to spray in the dark. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So there you go. That's how I do my beds. And of course then pine needles will come in. All the edges will get tamped, and this joker will be lit then. I'm telling you, I think the yard is going to look better this spring than it's ever looked before. I don't know. I just got that feeling, you know, you feel it down in your bones, down in your gut. I mean, look at this, man. You can almost see the stripes at night. It's just, well, maybe you can't. It's getting a little dark. But anyway, that's that. And whew, good. They're thick as a hair on a dog's back. I'm telling you. Hallelujah to the Lamb. He is on the throne. Y'all have a good evening. Check you later.